Thank your advice, appreciate
You need to recognize you're a pathological liar. Meaning, because what came out from here is that you are a pathological liar. You lied. Now, I need.
Hi guys, you're welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's Reality Pearl here. Thank you guys for joining me for yet again another review. This time is the Real Housewives of Nairobi reunion part 2. Go ahead, subscribe and put on that notification bell to get notified every time I post a new video. Thank you so much. Now let's get into it. Part 2 was full of the most chaotic mess I've ever seen in African franchises. I don't know if that would be correct if I say it. Not in the sense of them throwing hands or fighting, stuff like that. No, but in the sense of so many things unsaid. You can tell that there's so many unresolved issues. We can't even get what the real situation is. I don't know. At some point, I wanted to yank the host out of that chair, and maybe put my blade there. I feel like the host did not do a lot of justice to this reunion. They said a lot of things. I don't know if those things were addressed and they were caught. There were a lot of holes. There were a lot of spaces. We didn't get any insights to them. Well, I was not happy about it. I was not happy about it at all. How do I do this part 2 reunion in the way that will please the Lord? Because according to Vera, I like that phrase. So let's get into the real thing, okay? Of course, we started from where we left off. So, Vera said, oh, Lisa likes to do this kind of thing. She said after she put to bed, Lisa announced the delivery of her baby without permission. Wow. If that's true, I don't understand why she feels the way she feels, okay? I think it's wrong, okay? And I'm not even going to try to make any excuses for Lisa. I think it's wrong. But let me just say, this one might be a generational thing. Lisa might not even really understand the reason why these days, you have to ask for permission to announce this, because other people, they don't know that. Anyway, Lisa apologized. I believed Lisa when she said she gave the ladies that information because she wanted, them to know what was going on. Because what else? Well, what else would be the reason? Why else would she say it? Moving forward, this part I've been waiting for, okay? So now apologize for calling Dr. C a pimp. Oh, she said now she knows that a pimp means someone who sells women for money. Is so now trying to say that she didn't know what a pimp meant? Nah, I don't believe that, okay? I could tell from the context of that conversation with Mine that she understood what she was talking about. Even at some point, she was trying to, downplay it. When Mine said, she's not going to take it, that Mine is trying to minimize the whole situation. She definitely knew what a pimp meant. Mine, on the other hand, was all mouth. Mine was like, all she wants to know is what's the meaning of the P in Madam P. That's what she wants to know. What does P stand for? What is P? P for what? Dr. C was like, I'm not going to answer that. You can think whatever you want to think. She kept asking, P for what? P for what? According to Dr. C, that night during the games, the ladies named Mine the gangster of the group, or like the most likely to be a gangster. After that game, no one else went around calling Mine a gangster. So how come Mine and some of the other ladies felt it was okay for them to go about making up this story about Dr. C being a pimp? It was really ridiculous. I did not expect this from any of them. I felt that they were, better than that. Throughout this reunion, Mine came off as very abrasive, very annoying, very loud. She said, oh, I'm loud. I'm not a bully. I'm loud. But I'm telling you, she was borderline bullying others at this point. She said, oh, all I did was question if you were a pimp. No apologies, nothing. That's not okay. That's not right. Even when Dr. C said that conversation alone that they had, whether she was speculating, whether she was asking questions, she said it had affected her businesses. At least Sonal apologized and said, okay, this is what I did this wrong and I'm sorry for that. Mine, no apologies. She took part in that conversation as much as Sonal did and even more, okay? But she couldn't apologize. Meanwhile, I want to understand why Dr. C kept calling me. I want to understand why Dr. C kept calling Sonal a pathological liar. I can't even count the number of times, that happened. At some point, I was like, if I hear pathological liar one more time, Well, moving forward, they were talking about something. You could tell that they were talking about something important, okay? But these people decided to hold back, whether it's the production team or the ladies themselves. It was something about Susan posting Sonal's daughter's pictures from Sonal's daughter's birthday. I didn't get its relevance to the reunion. I didn't get the relevance to the ladies. I did not get it, okay? But it was enough for Mine to, get pissed off. She turned on Sonal immediately. I wish that Farid took control of that conversation. But away from that, from what I gathered, there was also like a meeting between some of the ladies, Dr. C, Lisa, Susan, Sonal. It's a very strategic meeting. They agreed that they were going to stick together for the reunion. They were going to have each other's backs. And according to Susan, immediately she left, Sonal told the other ladies, Dr. C and Lisa, that they were going to throw Susan under the bus. What the? And Susan was pissed. Susan was like really, really mad, feeling bad that Sonal betrayed her. She said there's nothing she has not done for Sonal. She has been a good friend to Sonal. You know, she has even stopped talking to Vera because of Sonal, which I think is ridiculous, but that's what she said. She said quite a lot of things without saying a lot of things. You get? She kept saying, no, I have a lot of things on you. I'm not even going to go into that. I'm not even going to expose you. I love you. You know, this segment of the show, I've watched it about 6 times. I still don't understand what these women were talking about. Most of the things that they were talking about, I still don't get it, okay? Susan walked off. She was really very emotional, you know, about the whole Sonal thing. It was so bad. Dr. C had to return the gift that Sonal gave her. Dr. C brought out this beautiful dress with zebra stripes, and she was telling Sonal, you know, Sonal, from one woman to another, giving you a motherly advice. You know, you need to check in yourself into a rehab. You're a pathological liar. I don't know if people go to rehabs for being a pathological liar. Maybe she's trying to say that Sonal has more problems, you know, more issues than whatever. Yeah, but she said Sonal needs to frame this dress so that it will remind her to choose a side, whether she wants to be black or white, because at this point she is neither black or white. Wow. Finally, Sonal at least said something at some point that she was jealous of Susan's and Vera's friendship. Okay, let me just say it how she said it. She said Vera wanted her bestie. And truthfully, it sounds like secondary school stuff. But so she expected that maybe since she's no longer friends with Vera, Susan will no longer be friends with Vera. That's what friends do, right? That's not wrong answer. That's not what friends do. It was Susan's choice to make. I don't think that it was right for Sonal to want to make Susan do that. The fact that she said, oh, Susan was still talking to Vera, but Susan was not telling her about Vera. I mean, what were you expecting? You want Susan to go talk to Vera and then bring back whatever she shared with Vera with you when you are not talking with Vera? Yeah, sincerely, I didn't get that part, okay? Mina said, why do you feel like you own me? Why do you feel like you own Susan? Are you guys in a sexual relationship, for Christ's sake, Mina? I feel Mina insinuating that Susan and Sonal were in a sexual relationship, and she kept saying it. Even Vera was in on it. They kept saying it. I feel that was like a personal vendetta. That would be fair, okay, but at the same time, it wasn't necessary. Again, at this point, Sonal declared that she had no friends in the group. She was like, I am Simba. I will stand alone. I have no friends in the group. I had whatever. Dr. C said, you know what happens when a lion leaves the pride, right? Yeah, I said it in one of my videos. I said I was scared for Sonal and Susan's friendship. I've seen what this show does to friendships, and at that time I even used Mia and Jacqueline's friendship from Real Housewives of Potomac as an example. That was the last show I just watched at that time. They were more than friends, they were like sisters. They grew up together. I felt like they were so close that I had to use that example. So whatever, I've still not understood though what really went down. They both feel betrayed by the other person. Susan looked like she was more hurt, but you can also tell that Sonal was hurt. At this point in the reunion, almost everyone was against Sonal. It looked like everyone versus Sonal. And then Mina did something that was really very vile. I didn't like it at all. She took tissue paper from, I don't know where she was hiding tissue paper all this time. And that's what she does. She keeps carrying props around. Waiting to read so that it will be legendary or something. I don't get it. She took tissue and threw it at Sonal, saying you talk a lot of shit, you should wipe it. That was supposed to be funny. For real, that fell flat with me. Okay, what if Sonal returned that energy? That was a threat to Sonal's personal space. In fact, let me just say it. I didn't get what Mina was feeling like all through this reunion. Where did that come from? Yeah, feeling like the most loved Real Housewife of Nairobi.
Like, I'm relatable. Kenyans love me. I'm relatable. I'm going to be the realest Real Housewives there ever was. Excuse you. Okay, enough of the jokes now. Give it back, okay? I mean, we all gave you Queen of Clapbacks and Queen of Comebacks and Queen of Shade, whatever. You have a long way to go, okay?
Susan, why are you telling us she has this X-Files, according to what she calls it, on Sonal, but she's not going to bring it out. She's not going to talk about it. They will just be talking and she'll be like, oh, and that's not all, but I'm not even going there. Maybe you should just say it, say it and have peace. At this point, Vera also said, say it. Why not say it? Is it the escort then? So yeah, Mina and Vera went on to call Sonal an escort. In fact, nothing prepared me for this, okay? Nothing. I felt like I was sucker punched. Mina said, yes, you took 4,000 naira. You took 4,000, not naira now. Mina said, yes, you took $4,000 for a night, or you're a high class escort. Vera said, oh, don't even call her that. There's nothing high class about it. How much is $4,000? Can even buy you one of your Birkins? Mina said, are your Birkins even real? You know what? Sona actually answered that question. Sona said yes, her Birkins are real. But Sona couldn't defend herself.
What's that? Yes, they are. Okay. Let the clock tick. You know what? If that's what you think, that I'm a high-end escort, I took $4,000 for something, then and I'm sure pussy is mine, pleasure is mine, and I hope the man enjoyed himself. My pussy, my pleasure, okay, my.
She didn't defend herself, but she could defend her handbags. Wow. Going into season 2, it looks like maybe only Mine and Vera are cool with each other. And yeah, I think every other person is cool with Dr. C, maybe except Sonal. I don't know. Yeah, I forgot the part where Susan said Mine told Susan to stop liking her posts on Instagram so that they can pretend fight. This is like the stupidest thing I've heard on this show. Mina said yes, that she said that so that the fight will look genuine. What? Most times the women make up on the show, and when they now rewatch it with us, they sort of relive those moments and they go at it again. So we don't even need you guys to pretend fight. So yeah, from pretend fighting, it actually got real because Mina said Susan paid trolls to attack her. What happened? Queen of Shade. You couldn't clap back? Queen of Comebacks. We saw that Susan filed some complaints against Mine. They have some legal matters now to attend to.
Part 2 reunion was underwhelming for me. I really expected so much from the trailer that we got to see. We were expecting so much from this part 2, really. It didn't give what it was supposed to give. I was a little bit disappointed, to be sincere.
Anyway, I would love to hear from you guys.
Guys, let me know what you think about it.
Please don't forget to subscribe, like this video. I would really love to hear from you guys.
Okay, that's it for now.
Thank you so much for watching, and guys, see you soon.